the fear of making mistakes and how those mistakes might be perceived by other people can really make a big difference in your willingness to speak to other people, right? If you're constantly afraid of being seen making mistakes, if you're constantly afraid of saying the wrong thing, saying something that doesn't make sense, saying something that doesn't sound natural, not being able to understand every word of every sentence of every conversation, you may never engage in conversation, especially if you come from a culture where that kind of thing, like not being perfect, is expected. Or no, I said that wrong. Where not being perfect is unacceptable and perfection is expected. If you come from that kind of culture or that kind of family, the idea of publicly making a mistake is just unfathomable. You cannot imagine doing some shit like that. It would be mortifying. It would just be the end of your life if you said, I don't fucking know, the dog brown walks instead of the brown dog walks, right? Maybe where you come from, they'd be ready to fucking crucify you for some shit like that. Get your English together, you piece of shit. You know, maybe you come from a place like that. I don't know. But what I would say is sometimes culture can be a form of mental prison. Meaning you think because I was raised in this particular place and this is how this particular group of people does things, that's how I have to do things in order to be acceptable. That's what you learn when you go through the process of socialization. I told you that shit was related from the beginning. You see what I did? Right? That's what you learn. These are acceptable behaviors. These are non-acceptable behaviors. If you engage in the non-acceptable behaviors, there will be some fucking consequences, nigga. Right? But you have to liberate yourself from that shit. You have to. Very rarely do I tell you what you have to do. Very, very, very rarely. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to make real progress and have fun learning English or any language or any skill, bro, you have to liberate yourself from the idea that you are expected to be perfect, because you're not. You're not. The only people that expect you to be perfect are people that don't matter. And yes, even if it's your fucking parents, even if it's your best friend, even if it's your cousin or your girlfriend or your boss, they don't fucking matter, bro, because nobody's perfect. How is an imperfect human being going to expect you to be perfect? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Right? So sometimes you have to liberate yourself from those cultural expectations and also liberate yourself from yourself, you know, because sometimes a lot of times you are your worst fucking critic. And this ties in directly because sometimes you start to criticize yourself in the same way that your parents criticized you your whole life. And you aren't even aware of that. Or you start to criticize yourself the same way the kids at your school used to talk shit about you. Now you think of yourself like that. This is the importance of understanding the concept of the looking glass self and the effect it has on you.